All right, so here we go. This is pretty interesting. So, Kyle Kulinski and Mr. Copyright Striker Ben Shapiro actually had a little bit of a run-in on Twitter. This was pretty funny. He Ben Ben pretty much got KO'd here. It was pretty funny to watch. Now, if you don't know, Ben Shapiro is somebody who has a lot of articles written from like the range of like '02 to '08, where it's just these horrific articles saying things like I think it was something like morally tragic that we don't police porn. He was against the federal ban on using cell phones while driving. Dude's insane shit, okay? He has one where he literally wrote out that he doesn't care about the deaths of Afghan civilians. People who are non-combatant civilians in the country where you're at war with. He literally says he doesn't care about the deaths of said people, which is disgusting, it's horrific, and it's horrible point blank. And it's hard to argue he's not a shitty person because of those things. And so he said really crazy shit there, by the way. It's pretty insane. So what Kyle did is he basically made fun of Ben. He memed him, and he posted a tweet with a screenshot. And on one side, it has a picture of Ben Shapiro. One of his videos says, Ocasio isn't crazy. She's immoral. So trying to say, I guess that she's immoral because the Daily Wire's, belief, at least to my understanding up to this point, was that Ocasio was dumb. But I guess they have now flipped course. Not sure why, but hey, it is what it is. And then on the right, Kyle puts a picture of a town hall article that says enemy quote unquote civilian casualties okay by me. And this article is disgusting, by the way. I recommend you read through it. This is posted in '02. And he says he was 18 at this time. Now, I haven't done the math on that, but I'll just take him on his word. Now, usually Kyle he'll dunk on Ben Shapiro like a decent amount, but usually he won't get a response out of Shapiro. And by the way, there's no @ on this by Kyle, so someone else must have had to have tagged him in the thread or something like that. I don't know how he came across this. The only way I could imagine it. But Ben did respond somehow. I don't know how he found it. But he said, so glad you found the column I wrote when I was 18 and have routinely and consistently disowned. Well done. And I guess he links to an article that lists all of the shitty articles that he's disowned because of how disgusting and abhorrent they were. But, dude, this is a serious topic, okay? Can we excuse someone, blatantly, openly, brazenly saying, I don't care about the deaths of innocent people because you're age 18? I don't think so. I don't buy that whatsoever. Just because you're the age of 18 does not give you an excuse to have made such asinine statements like saying, I don't care about civilian casualties. I don't care about the deaths of innocent people. That's not okay. That's not something you grow out of. You don't grow out of, not caring about people's deaths in a situation of war. Plus, dude, I'm 18 too. I'm not saying crazy shit like that, okay? Now, there are certain things that you could say when you're 18 that you then disown later. Like, let's say you say some dumb shit, some edgy stuff in terms of, like, I don't know, some joke about something. Okay, but this doesn't fall into that category. I don't buy it. I don't agree that he should get a pass because he was 18. You're giving 18-year-olds way too little credit. You can't write a whole article explaining why you don't give a shit about innocent people dying and then go, I was 18. Disowned it. Pretty fucking ridiculous. And then Kyle responds to that saying, genuinely glad you are no longer are okay with the deaths of innocent civilians. But while we're on the topic of immorality and regrets, why is this one missing from your list? And it's a picture of the town hall article that he wrote in '05, which is 3 years later, so he would have been 21, where it says, why war in Iraq is right for America. And so if you haven't read this shitty article, basically he says, they have to keep up their empire, man. The U.S. has to keep the empire going, so if conservative estimates are 200,000 deaths, 100 to 200,000 civilian deaths, that's the conservative estimate, okay? The hightail ones are around 1 million. It's probably somewhere in between there. So the idea that you could, just push that away is more evidence as to why Shapiro's a piece of garbage. But basically, what happened here is it was a sort of flawless victory KO, if you will, by Kyle Kulinski on Mr. Copyright Striker. So this was pretty darn hilarious. I recommend you check out the thread. There's this guy who who I know watches the channel. His YouTube name is SoCal. I'm gonna give this tweet a little funny up here. He says, "Still my favorite opening to an article by Lil Ben." This is what it says. The title of the article, I guess, is "Rescuing a Generation," and it was written in '05. It says, "I'm 21 years old, a columnist and author, a graduate of UCLA, a Harvard student, and a virgin, and I'm proud of it." So, what is the need to specify that you're a virgin? And when you say you're proud of it, it just sets it up as being so weird, man. There's no other way to put this, dude. Why are you starting off your articles with that intro? Why do I need to know about your sexual experience? And why do you have to state that you're proud about it? To me, that just seems to be like massive insecurity. Like, I don't get it. Why did you put that in the article? Why is that your intro to your article? And why are you saying you're proud of it? It's just kind of weird. I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about here. It's downright hilarious. But anyways, Ben Shapiro basically getting flawless KO'd here.